Alright guys, welcome back to this FIFA 18 career mode save with Liverpool. Last time out we had some great results. We had a 2-0 away victory at Newcastle and a 3-1 home victory against Manchester United. This episode, just have a look at the calendar, we are playing the team that I support in real life, which I may have mentioned once or twice, and then we will be in Carabao Cup action, round of 16 against Stoke. Keeping the team pretty much unchanged from last game because I'm probably going to be doing some heavy rotation in the next game, with it being the Cup. So the only change I've made is that Icardi comes in for Correa up front, and we're going to see what the big Argentinian can do against Tottenham. So here we go, live from Wembley. Every home game for Spurs feeling like a Cup final. Hopefully we can, as much as it pains me to say it, put a few goals in and make Spurs look like crap. Which sometimes they do all of their own accord. That's just the perils of being a Spurs fan. Aurier out on this right. Mane cutting straight through his legs, but no foul. Cuts the ball in. Salah puts us 1-0 up within the first few minutes. Well done, Mo, even if it hurts me to do it. Going to have to be on his best to make sure that Harry Kane does not get through on goal. Evans cutting out Wanyama before he can get anywhere near. Mane to Icardi. Can he set Salah off? Oh, he can. Oh, but Salah's muscled off the ball by Big Jan. They signed Gaia. Dembele. Goretzka muscles Dembele off the ball. That's not an easy thing to do. Chan finds Mane. Tierney. Oh, Vertonghen cutting that ball out before we could run on to ender it. But we might have left us send it, exposed it back. Mane tracking back. Well done, lad. Finds Salah, who nearly finds Icardi. Ball cut out by Alderweireld. Eriksen. What can he do on this wing? Finds Dembele in the centre. Mane. Aurier just gets the ball robbed from him. Icardi sets Mane off, floats one in. Oh, Goretzka. Ball gets blocked, I'm pretty sure. It can't have been just a terrible shot. No, it was just a horrible volley. Sent all the way up into row Z. Matip wins the header to Mane. Salah. Mane feeds through Icardi, and Icardi makes it 2-0. I think he's finally finding some form. Or maybe I'm just finding out how to use him properly, but he's cropped up with another goal. Well done, Icardi. The boos ringing out around Wembley after Icardi puts a second ball in. Spurs fans are not happy with this performance. Surprisingly, I am, but not their performance. Son has it now, passes it out to Gaia. Referee waves play on, advantage played, but ball is cleared by Van Dijk. Icardi finds Mane, back to Icardi. Finds Mane again. Finds Goretzka. Finds Mane. Back heel. Ooh, Vertonghen with a block. Ball nowhere near any of my players. Icardi just could not get anywhere near that. Oh, this is not good. We've got Kane. Kane's on a run. Can Tierney deal with him? He can. Well done, Tierney. Van Dijk finds Mane. Finds Salah, who sets Mane off on a beautiful run. Oh, and Vorm with the save. Vorm playing in the net. Did they sell Lloris? Is he just injured? That's probably why we are 2-0 up and playing quite comfortably. Because nobody likes Vorm. It's nearly half time as well. And there we go. The referee blows the whistle just as I'm about to say it's nearly half time and that we're into stoppage time. We go in at Wembley 2-0 up at half time. Okay, so we kick the second half off with no changes. Everybody's still looking fairly fresh. No injury concerns. Nobody playing particularly badly. We'll think about changes as we get towards like the last third of the game, I think. Oh, Mane does Ali. Wins the ball, cuts down the wing, turn around to does his man. Cannot pick out Icardi because of my dreadful pass. Icardi finds Klein. Icardi. Salah. Beautiful pass from Icardi. Finds Goretzka. Mane. Oh, tried to walk it in then. Ali finds Wanyama again. Son. Gaya. Wanyama. Ali. Kane. Need to keep him away from the ball. Oh, that's going to be another free kick. Right, Ericsson, dead ball specialist, standing over the ball. And Emre Can gets the block in. Goretzka with the ball away. Can. Oh, we're hoping that I could send Mane breaking away then. Oh, another free kick. At least they're not bad fouls. I'm not getting like yellow cards left, right and centre. Just... Oh, Mane. Perfect breakaway possibly here. Oh, and then I kicked it straight into heels of a Spurs player. We could have been on the break then. I had Icardi in great position. Ali sends the ball out to Aurier. Oh, great block by Van Dijk. Corner to Spurs. To mark Harry Kane out of this. And we do. Well done, Johnny Evans, getting the ball away. Alderweireld back to Dembele though. Pressure's still on. Oh, and Van Dijk could set off a counter-attack. Not with passes like that. Mane breaks away. Probably not going to compete with Aurier for pace because they're both quick, but with passing like that, Mo Salah puts us 3-0 up. This game is running away from Spurs now. Might try and think about some substitutions now, just to rest some legs more than although we are going to be resting a fair few first team players in the next game, it being a cup game. Dancing into Ericsson, trying to find some space. Matip matching him, tracking with him. Matip gets the ball away and Chan clears it away. We'll get it straight back to Ericsson. Thank God for that. Right, Icardi sets Salah off. Salah on a run. He's tired. He's got muscled off the ball by Gaya, but he wins it back. Finds Mane, Goretzka, Icardi, and Icardi pops up with another one. Just in time for him to get substituted as well. I have got substitutions waiting to come on, one of which is Icardi coming off and Correa coming on. And there we go, confirmation of substitutions. Icardi and Salah off, and Oxlade-Chamberlain and Correa on. 4-0. The Wembley woes apparently still a thing in this game for Spurs, even if they've got past them in real life. Oh, just dancing through the defenders now that they're all tired. Chan! Oh, if that were Goretzka, he'd have buried that. Kane wins the header in midfield. Gets ball out to Kane, and he's got an acre of space if he wants it. He's dancing away. Oh, Harry Kane just wide. Now Goretzka dancing through. Oh, ref. That were a clear penalty. Took his legs. Goretzka. Oh, Goretzka, you should have done better. Mane. Oh, again. Goretzka in great positions, but not that it really matters. We don't need to add more goals. We are 4-0 up, and it's nearly over. We are in stoppage time, but Goretzka wins the ball back. Mane looking for Oxlade-Chamberlain, but the ball does not get through to him. And there we have it. That is the end of the game. We have beaten Spurs 4-0 at Wembley. We are really coming into our own now in this save and getting decent performances against big teams. Could not be happier with how we played in that game. And Icardi cropping up with a couple of goals as well, which is exactly what we need because he's got big boots to fill, taking the place of Firmino. One thing that I forgot to look at the start of this was the fact that Emre Can's contract is up at the end of the season, and obviously we don't want to lose him on a free, so Emre Can is going to get a new contract hopefully. Let's deal with these contract negotiations, see if we can tie him down for a much longer deal and stop teams from trying to steal him from us. Important role, yep. Happy with an important role. He has been pretty much first team since we started this save, so that's not an issue. Length of contract. Try and tie him down for as long as possible. Yep, happy with that. Don't want a release clause, but he does. Ooh. See if we can get that up a little bit higher. Let's try 43 million. No, he's adamant. Well, it's 33.9 million release clause. I'm gonna have to accept, I suppose. 87, so that's £2,000 less than what he's on now. We're signing on bonus of 1.1 million. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to pay him that. He's going to be an important player for us in this career. So, thank you, Emre Can, for signing for another 5 years. Alright, 4th round of the Carabao Cup. As you can see, some fairly heavy rotation in this one. Karius comes in at goal because he's been bitching about not being happy, but he's only going to play in cup games, so he'll have to deal with it. Lovren comes in place of Matip, who are a bit tired. Itter and Gomez are in at left and right back respectively. Ben Woodburn gets a start in middle in place of Goretzka. Kluivert is on the left. Dolberg, my cup striker, who I've got big hopes for in the long term, is getting the game up front. And I'm trying the youngster, Pedro Jesus, in the place of Salah. So big boots to fill, and he is only 64 rated, but a lot of potential. And hopefully getting a few cup games will do him some favours. Let's find out how we get on. We have got home advantage, but I expect Stoke will have put out a fairly strong team, whereas obviously we're playing our rotated cup squad. So anything could happen really. It's Diouf, Afellay, Diouf. Stoke hitting us on the counter attack. Might be their game plan in this. Afellay. Emre Can trying to get the ball back but failing. Diouf. Can does come away with the ball this time, but then Dolberg loses it out. Ooh, it's a good job there were no Stoke players lurking then. Woodburn in the middle of the park. Pedro Jesus. Gomez making a run. Finds Dolberg! Oh, Butland with a great save. Thought that was going through his legs at one point, but it just drifts wide. And whip this ball in. And the ball's away. Evans, Itter, Lovren, Dolberg, Woodburn, and Ben Woodburn scores in his first start for us. It's the first start he's had in this career mode, and he crops up and scores a fairly sloppy goal, but a goal's a goal. 1-0. I haven't really got much choice about relying on kids anyway, since as I did sell quite a lot of players in the summer transfer window. Jesus, or Jesus. Oh, that were a nice shot. Like I say, I've got high hopes for that kid. 17-year-old Brazilian. Liverpool obviously had lost both the Brazilians that they had. Coutinho gone to Barcelona in real life, and I sold Firmino to Juventus. So maybe he can be the next Coutinho. Jesse, Jesus. Jesse, ooh, just wide. Gomez. Gomez with a sloppy pass, gives the ball straight to Shaqiri, which is not the kind of player that you want to give the ball to. How is Shaqiri still at Stoke? Ooh. Easy save for Karius, but I should not have let Stoke get in that sort of shooting position. Yeah, how is like Shaqiri still at Stoke? Stoke have got like more Champions League winners in their team than anybody else in the Premier League. How? Oh, great ball by Jesus, and Dolberg just over. Hits the top of the net. Shaqiri, if I can get him cheap enough, might be another option to bulk up my attacking options in the future. Woodburn's pass intercepted by Cameron. Afellay. Diouf. Jesse. Benat. Jesse finds Diouf, and Karius is there to save it. Nearly half time. We're still 1-0 up. Hopefully we can go in with that lead still intact. Lovren just wellies the ball away. Let's get it upfield, get rid of it. See if Dolberg tried to set Kluivert off, but the referee brings it to a close. 1-0 at half-time. Unsurprisingly, since we're winning, no changes just yet. I might bring 1 or 2 players on, some of the big guns, if we are still struggling by the end of the game, although my bench isn't exactly filled with the big guns, so I wanted to rest some players. Kluivert with a cheeky shot that Butland has to dive down to save. Oh, Dolberg picks it up. Could be onto one here, just over by Dolberg. Unlucky Casper. Ball gets through to Jesse, who passes it to Diouf. Diouf's going to run with this. He's got options to his right. Shaqiri knocked off the ball by Van Dijk, who passes it straight back to Johnson. Fortunately, Van Dijk covers for his mistake slightly. There we go, Lovren's there to make the interception. Stoke making a couple of subs. Allen coming on, ex-Liverpool player.
Coming onto the pitch, number 4,
Oh, unlucky. That would have been a nice ball. But Martins Indy gets the ball away. Johnny Evans just cuts that pass out nicely. Kluivert finds Jesus. Nice back heel from him to find Gomez. Oh, but Gomez's pass just couldn't quite get through to Dolberg. Long ball upfield then by Butland. Woodburn with a header. Dolberg picks it up. Finds Kluivert, who can hit him. Oh, cracking save by Butland to deny Kluivert. Ball whipped in, looking for Chan. Jesse and Allen managed to muscle him away from the ball. That's gone out for a throw-in. Allen trying to get the ball, but it's knocked away. Kluivert, Dolberg, nice cheeky back heel by referee. There we go. Pulls that back for a free kick. And Dolberg to Kluivert. Kluivert going to run with this, take it wide. Oh, Jesus. Could have buried that, son. Glenn Johnson coming off and Kevin Wimmer coming on. I assume they're going to be changing some positions as well, since there's Wimmer's a centre-back. I've got some subs ready. Jesus had a good game, but he's going to come off with Oxlade-Chamberlain coming on. And I am taking young Dolberg off, just because he's getting a bit knackered. And Correa is going to come on in his place. Oh, but Chan caught in possession there, and Chan is one-on-one. If he can feed Dolberg through. Oh, and Dolberg smashes it in the back of the net. His last action before he comes off as a substitute is to put Liverpool 2-0 up, and hopefully that means we are through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. And there we see the substitutions. Correa coming on for the goal scorer Casper Dolberg, and Jesus going off for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Decent performance, to say I've got a lot of youngsters playing in this, not my full strength first team. I'm going to do that as much as I can in the Cups. I'm going to play youngsters, give chances to players who don't actually play all that often. Zuma, oh, and Correa comes away with the ball. Kluivert, Oxlade-Chamberlain, too close to Butland. Butland comes out and collects, but takes out his own man. Shaqiri to Diouf, back to Shaqiri. Oh, but Kluivert wins the ball. That's it now. Stoke are trying to throw plays forward, and it's possibly going to cost him. Oh, off the bar. Woodburn tries a volley. Stoke are trying to chuck players forward to get back in this. There's only about 5 minutes left, including stoppage time, but that's going to leave us a lot of space if we can exploit it. Oh, Diouf gets the ball straight through to Zuma. Zuma playing as a striker. That's why they brought Wimmer on, is it? Put the big guy up front. Bennett. Woodburn. Oh, Jesse picks his pocket. Wimmer is playing at wing-back. And that's it. The referee brings the game to a close. We are through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. 2-0 at Anfield. Confirmation that we are through to the quarterfinals. We will be playing, if I can find the badge. There we go. We will be playing Arsenal in the quarterfinal of the Cup. Any other big hitters? Brighton knocking Manchester United out. Interesting. I think us and Arsenal are probably the two biggest teams left in this. So first silverware potentially, if we can play well. But not going to take out for granted. And there we have it, guys. That is the end of today's episode. We've had a couple good performances. We are now first in the league, which is nice to see, even if it's only on goal difference, I would imagine. We had a brilliant 4-0 victory over Spurs, which, while crushed my soul as a Spurs fan, did wonders for us in this save. And then obviously got through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, which is always nice. Next episode will feature us with a game against Huddersfield at home, and then we move into November and we play West Ham away. Moving into November, so that means obviously we're getting a little bit closer to the transfer window opening again. For now, guys, I'm going to bring this episode to a close. If you enjoyed the episode, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more and see how the season progresses. Other than that, guys, cheers for watching, and I will see you next time.